The good stuff is all new and live with your Canadian Winter Survival Guide. Alexis Hans takes us through one of the hottest technologies in fashion, literally, with her review of heat tech and thermal clothing. Plus, keep cozy even in the car with Leanna Lair-Perot's products and hacks for warmth no matter where you go. And Mary's got a champion chicken dinner that's perfect on a chilly night. The good stuff starts right now.
First off, huge, ginormous thank you to everyone who braved the weather today in our audience. I'm seeing some familiar faces, lots of new ones too, which is an absolute dream. You are all winter warriors, I will say that. Now, we here in Toronto had record-breaking storms, snow, all of that stuff over the last 24 hours. At my house alone, I don't think I'm lying, I think we had about 6-foot drifts burying our car. So it was a really fun morning, you know? There was up to 60 centimeters in some parts, and I'm not gonna lie, we actually have the perfect show planned for today because we're talking all about how to survive a Canadian winter. Sound good? I think that's pretty good. All right. Now, in my personal and professional opinion, when it is cold outside, nothing warms you up like a good hearty meal. So we're gonna start off in the kitchen. And since roast chicken is kind of the ultimate homey comfort food for so many of us, I'm gonna make a little bit of a twist. We're gonna do a roast chicken with leeks and beans. It's a one-pan meal, super simple. And I can tell you your house is gonna smell amazing because the studio smells pretty good right now, am I right? Yes. Okay, I'm feeling really pumped about this. Let's head on over here and get to work on this recipe. So in this pan here, I've got 3 strips of bacon that I've diced up. And anytime I'm cooking bacon, I actually start it in a cold pan as opposed to putting it into a hot pan. What that does is it allows a lot of that bacon fat to actually render out before it crisps up, giving you more of that bacon fat to cook with later, and it gives you nice crispy bacon. So I popped that over medium heat, and that was been cooking for, I'd say, about 5 to 6 minutes, just until it's golden and crispy. I'm gonna remove that bacon from the pan, and like I said, one pan dish, we're gonna use that bacon fat to actually cook the chicken in. So it's gonna be an absolute dream. So remove as much of that bacon as you can. And then we're gonna go in with our chicken. So I'm using chicken thighs today, bone in, skin on. That's the best way to get like the juiciest, most delicious chicken ever. So this is looking fantastic. This recipe is good for anywhere from 6 to 8 chicken thighs. I say 6 to 8 because sometimes you buy chicken thighs and they are teeny, teeny, tiny. And then other times you buy them and they're basically turkey thighs. I don't know where that chicken's going to the gym, but it's very impressive. I'm gonna season that up with some salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna go into this pan, again, over that medium heat, skin side down. I like to start skin side down because that's gonna give you a good golden brown sear, and we're gonna get a lot of really nice chicken schmaltz or chicken fat out of that skin as that sears down. So again, we've got bacon fat, we've got that chicken schmaltz. It's gonna be an absolute dream. So I'm gonna go in with that chicken. And you wanna let those go for anywhere from, I'd say, about 5 to 7 minutes. Now, after that time, they are not gonna be cooked, but they should be nice and golden brown on the skin. And this is just for the first sear. We're gonna finish this chicken in the oven later, so you're not looking to cook them all the way through. You're just looking for a bit of golden brown color. So while that chicken gets going, let's talk about my very favorite current onion, and that is a leek. Does anyone else have like different vibes on onions as the year goes? Just me? I feel like there's one lady in the audience who knows what I'm talking about. All right, I love a leek. They're super tasty, really kind of soft, and when you cook them down, they get really creamy and buttery. So I want 3 leeks for this recipe. If you don't have leeks, say you're at home, stuck at home right now, you could definitely do this with onions. I'd probably use maybe 4 yellow onions or 2 big yellow onions. Cook them down slowly. They'll take a little bit longer, but it'll be really nice. I'm just gonna thinly slice these leeks up. Now, when you buy your leeks, the one kind of trick to a leek is that they tend to be a little bit sandy. So there's a couple ways you can deal with that. You can split them in half like we did and then just run them underwater, almost like a deck of playing cards, kind of like flip them through your hands to get all of the sand out of all those layers. Or what I often do at home is I actually thinly slice the leeks, then I wash them. I add them into a bowl with some cool, clean water, and I just put them in and give them a bit of an agitate. Once they've sat in there for a few minutes, then I actually take the leeks out of the bowl. As opposed to straining them, that'll get that sand back onto the leeks. Just lift them out of the water and you'll be perfect. All right, gonna pop that into a bowl, so we are good to go. We're gonna pretend this chicken has been cooking for 5 to 7 minutes, though it has not. Give it a little wiggle. We're getting a little bit of color. So at this point, we would want more color on here, but we're gonna get these right on out of that pan. And we're gonna get cooking our leeks. As you can see, the chicken skin has started to render out its fat, but I would cook it until it's nice and golden brown. Just pop that aside. If you did this with boneless, skinless chicken breast, you could do another sear if you wanted to, but I would keep them rolled up. They kind of come rolled up and then they can kind of lay them flat. Keep them rolled up because they'll stay nice and moist. So into there with that chicken fat and that beautiful bacon fat, we're gonna go in with our leeks. And if you've washed them in cool water, if any water comes in, that's totally cool as well. The leeks are gonna start to cook down, so I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I'm gonna go in with some herbs. So I'm using thyme today, but if you had rosemary, beautiful. Sage, yes. A bay leaf, ooh, who are you? Go for it. But I'm gonna go in with some thyme. Just anywhere from like 2 to 4 sprigs, or honestly, if it comes out like this, one of these is what you're looking for. Go in with that. Then 4 cloves of garlic is gonna go in, and I actually leave the little jackets on the garlic, just the skins. That's gonna allow this to cook down nice and sweet and creamy, as opposed to like punchy garlic flavor. If you want really punchy garlic flavor, feel free to mince it right in or slice it. That'll give you a bit stronger of a vibe. This is gonna be nice and soft. Now, last but not least in here, leeks are best friends with my good friend, nutmeg. Nicely done. I have pockets on today, so I'm feeling very excited about my pocket nutmeg. All right, add that right on in. This gives it a really nice kind of warm lemoniness, super tasty. Give that a stir to combine. And you'd want to cook those leeks down for about 5 to 7 minutes, just until they're tender and caramelized. They're going to start to get really kind of like soft and, again, creamy and jammy. It's also going to help lift off some of the bottom of the pan too. All right, now to help bring everything together after that 5 to 7 minutes, you want to go in with my good friend, dry white wine. Whatever you got hanging around in your fridge is always good. Now, if you don't want to use wine, you could just use a little bit of broth here with a little bit of lemon juice. That'll brighten things up a little bit as well. But I'm gonna go in with about 3/4 of a cup, which I feel like is what's left in that bottle. Perfect. Recycling. Get the deposit back, 20 cents, there you go. Give that a stir. And then you want to reduce that wine just for a few minutes until it reduces by about half. That's going to cook off that alcohol. It's going to concentrate the flavors, but it also, see what the wine's done? It's lifted all the little bits of bacon off the bottom of the pan. It's getting really nice and caramelized and beautiful. So give that a stir. Once that's reduced a bit, we're gonna go in with some chicken broth. I've got 2 cups of chicken broth here. If you just have chicken bouillon, feel free to add some in and along with a little bit of water. But we're gonna go right on in. Then I'm gonna go in with my white beans. Now, I've just got cannellini beans here, but if you're very trendy and you have like a butter bean, ooh, fancy. You could even do a little chickpea would be nice. Any sort of light colored bean would be beautiful. I'm gonna go in with that. I'm gonna re-add the bacon into the pan. And the reason I took the bacon out is because I wanted to keep it nice and crispy and not overcook it. By mixing it in now, it's gonna maintain some of that crisp, but also get a little bit tender and almost braised down, so it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. All right, now we're gonna add the chicken back on top, this time skin side up. That's gonna allow that chicken to continue to get golden brown. It's gonna keep the skin nice and crisp and beautiful. Just pop that right on in. If you did this with chicken breast, it would take longer to cook, but it'll be absolutely perfect. All right, now that baby needs to go into a 350-degree oven for about 30 to 35 minutes until that chicken is cooked through. Everything's gonna cook together. It's gonna be saucy and beautiful. While that does its thing, we're gonna take a break, but we'll be right back.
Tomorrow, the good stuff is all new and live and getting primed for a double glow-up. Alexis Hans and Aaron O'Brien deliver not 1, but 2 head-to-toe makeovers with big results by the end of the show. And Dan Clapson heats up the kitchen with recipes inspired by the worldwide hit Heated Rivalry. Plus, take 10 for dinner. Mary gets a beautiful protein-packed meal on the table in just 10 minutes. It's an all-new live episode tomorrow.
time. Now, I am making a one-pan bean and leek roast chicken. Perfect for a day like today, super cozy. Like, look at this beautiful dish. That's been in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. It's golden brown, it's crispy. The leeks are really nice and creamy, and it almost is like a sauce and a stew and a roast chicken and beans on toast, had a baby and put it in one pan. I'm feeling really good about it. Now, to give it the kind of beans on toast vibe, I wanted to serve this up with just a little bit of grilled bread. Now, if you wanted to, you could just do a classic piece of toast. No one's mad at that. You could pop it in a toaster, stick it under the broiler. But currently, all I ever really want is like the taste of a grilled cheese without the grilled cheese, if that makes sense. So basically, I've got a pan here, and into there, I'm gonna go in with my bread. I like to almost griddle the bread, so you get that caramelized, kind of fatty deliciousness on the outside. So I've just got some baguette, and I'm gonna drizzle that with a little bit of oil. You could also do this with butter. That would be beautiful and golden brown. And you just wanna pop it into a nice hot pan. Now, essentially here, all you're doing is cooking that until it gets nice and golden brown. Gives you a little bit of crisp. This is also a great thing to do if you have baguette that maybe you bought on Friday for friends coming over, and now it's like a baseball bat, essentially, sitting on your counter. Just rinse it under a little bit of cold water or tap water, and then do this. It's gonna feel weird because you're making the bread kind of wet, but that little bit of moisture is gonna go into the bread and kind of revive it, giving you that like fresh baked bread vibe, but with the crispy golden outside. It's really, really tasty. Great way to also save the bread that you were probably gonna throw out, because no one's gonna make breadcrumbs. If you do, good for you, but honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna make breadcrumbs. All right, so I've got some that's already going in this pan, so I'm just gonna take those out and get that beautiful golden brown crust. Super tasty. Now, when that comes out of the pan while it's still hot, you can even do this if you're doing regular toast as well. You can also just cut a little bit off the edge of a piece of garlic and just rub that onto that warm toast. That's gonna give you a little bit of garlic flavor without being kind of knock your socks off. It's almost like the easiest garlic bread in the world. I'm gonna pop that over here, and then we're gonna head back on over to our chicken. So I've got this chicken doing its thing. We've got the leeks, that's green and delicious, but just for a little bit of brightness, I've also got some baby spinach here that I'm just gonna kind of like nestle in and around. Now, currently, you're gonna be like, Mary, it just looks like you put salad on the chicken. That's weird, but don't worry. If you give this just a little bit of a mix through, the baby spinach just starts to wilt immediately. See how it gets nice and green, a little bit darker? This is gonna give you a little bit of fresh pop, which I love to do. I actually made a stew last night, and I wanted that little bit of brightness. So as opposed to stirring the spinach in, I just put it in the bowl first, then spooned the hot stew over top, so it slowly wilts as it's sitting. You get that beautiful sheen on there. There's the beans, there's that beautiful spinach. You get the fresh mixed with the cooked, which is always what I'm looking for. Sometimes if I have something that's been cooked too long, I'm like, no. I would like something fresh, so this is how you get it in there. All right, that's looking beautiful. I'm gonna bring this on over here. If you wanted to, a little bit of Parmesan cheese on this would not go astray. Serve it up even with like a wedge. Oh, it's an absolute dream. Okay. I'm going in for a little bite of some beans and those leeks. They are creamy. Pop those on a little piece of toast, and you're in for an absolute dream. Listen, everybody, stay warm, eat this tonight, and I hope you like it. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. This weekend, from extreme cold in the prairies to heavy snow across Ontario and the East Coast. Joining us now is your morning's meteorologist, Kelsey McEwen. Hi, Kelsey. Hi. This is so exciting. Oh my God. I love listening to you talk about the weather.
Oh, I love listening to you talk about food.
Oh, we're doing it. This is so nice. Okay, let's jump right into this. Let's talk about this storm that just hit us. How significant was it, and why did it pack such a punch?
Well, so this is record-breaking for the city of Toronto. It is official. It is record-breaking, but it's because it was the science of lake effect snow. So we're going to talk a little bit about the science of weather. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So this was the system late last night, and I wanted to show this because you see the beautiful comma shape of a mid-latitude cyclone, aka a weather system, across the eastern half of North America. And we're going to zoom in because the positioning of the center of this system is really important.
Okay.
It was sitting right over the U.S. Northeast. And because weather systems have a counterclockwise rotation to them as they move across the northern hemisphere, that drove easterly winds right across Lake Ontario. Now, that doesn't happen a lot. Typically, for that lake effect snow to happen, we're talking northwesterly winds off Lake Huron and Georgian Bay.
Yeah.
But because that lake effect snow fired up off Lake Ontario, it drove the snow directly into Toronto. So what is lake effect snow? Well, this is one of my favorite things about weather. You need massive temperature differences. So the relatively warmer water of Lake Ontario, like 3-4 degrees Celsius, so not actually warm, just relatively speaking, compared to the cold Arctic air we had yesterday of minus 12 degrees Celsius, created a 16 temperature spread, 16 degree temperature spread. So that picks up all the moisture off of Lake Ontario and it dumps it out on the other side in these really specific ribbons of snow. That's what drove the total so high within the city of Toronto. So officially, this is the snowiest January on record since records began in the 30s. Downtown saw 56 centimeters. Pearson saw 46 centimeters, so up a little bit farther north in Mississauga, bringing the monthly total to 88.2 centimeters so far.
Holy smokes.
Now, across the region, it was really varied. You can see anywhere like 10 to 20 centimeters, but where the lake effect snow kicked up, Trenton, 42 centimeters, downtown Toronto, 56, and then around the GTA, it was really varied. I'll tell you, I don't live in Toronto. We didn't see a lot of snow.
Really?
No, we had like 5 centimeters at most, but it's because of that really special lake effect snow.
Oh, that was so cool. I love the comma shape.
Oh, thank you.
That was so cool. Okay. All right, now for people dealing with like icy roads, sidewalks, and all of this snow, what should we be most cautious about over the next couple days?
Yeah, well, the big thing is that the system's not done. So the lake effect snow is kind of turning off at this point, but the snow itself is still moving its way east across the country. So areas like Ottawa, southern Quebec, Montreal included, Maritime, still seeing snow move its way through. If you want to pull up my graphics again, you can see that there. So this is like what's actually happening now. We are going to see a couple pushes of moisture into Atlantic Canada. Our Maritimes, one push today, another one tonight. So it's a lot of snow in some cases. Antigonish, nearly 20 centimeters of snow on top of what's already fallen. And then the other thing is, as the system moves its way through our Maritimes, push number 1, push number 2 up toward Newfoundland, what's in behind is that cold air, and it moves in. So we are like bone-chilling cold for the rest of January, Mary.
Okay.
We're really not rebounding until the first week of February.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to wait for Wyerton Willie to tell us what was going on, but I got Kelsey McEwen right here. I love this. Okay, now your weather, you've been doing a lot of stuff on social, in addition to all the work you do at Your Morning, and you've been doing kind of like reels about weather. They've been getting a ton of attention on social. One of them was an explanation that you just posted recently about air temperature versus wind chill, and what that kind of relationship is. Like, why do we get both of those?
Well, people ask me this all the time. They always say, if it's minus 10, feeling like minus 20, why don't you just say minus 20 is what it is outside? And it's because that's not what it is outside. That's the rate of heat you are going to lose, basically. So think about it this way. When you step out of your home and you're standing right into a little sheltered alcove, you can step outside like minus 20 and think, oh, it's not so bad. And then you step one step further and the wind hits you and you feel it. So the reason why you feel it is that your body stays warm in the winter by warming up this layer of air just outside of you. It's like a warm suit of armor that you have. It's your insulation. And the wind's gonna blow that away. And so your body will warm it back up again, and then the wind will blow it away and you'll warm back up again. And that's really taxing on the body. So air temperature versus wind chill answers the question of what calm air temperature would prompt the same amount of heat loss as the current temperature with the wind. So it's estimating how much faster you'll lose heat. You're never going to take a thermometer and stick it to your skin and feel or see the wind chill value. That's never going to happen. But it is telling you, hey, if it was wind chill minus 30, if it actually was minus 30, that's how fast you'd be losing heat. So it's an estimation for you. We could also present it in the amount of heat loss of watts per square meter of skin. I don't know that makes sense to anybody.
I'm amped about that. Hey, amped, watts, there's things. Jokes. Sorry.
But I think it's important to know that when wind chill's in the minus 30, frostbite can happen in 10 to 30 minutes. When it gets colder than that, when wind chill's minus 50, as it was this weekend, frostbite happens in 2 minutes or less. So it's important information to stay warm.
Definitely with the coming cold weather that you talked about. Kelsey, thank you so much for being here. This was so informative.
My pleasure.
I love it. We got to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Coming up, keep cozy even in the car with Leanna Lair-Perot's products and hacks for warmth no matter where you go. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, the good stuff is all new and live and getting primed for a double glow-up. Alexis Hans and Aaron O'Brien deliver not one, but 2 head-to-toe makeovers with big results by the end of the show. And Dan Clapson heats up the kitchen with recipes inspired by the worldwide hit Heated Rivalry. Plus, take 10 for dinner. Mary gets a beautiful protein-packed meal on the table in just 10 minutes. It's an all-new live episode tomorrow.
Here with clever hacks and tips to help us stay cozy and warm this winter, it's my bud Leanna Lair-Perot. Burr is right. We don't even have to pretend today.
No,
we have this fake snow, but if you just went outside, you'd see it.
You got a lot of it.
Yeah, got a lot
Sure
of it.
do.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
Okay, well, I wanted to pull together some ideas to keep us cozy during the winter months. And actually, one of the top ideas, in fact, this whole segment was inspired by an idea that you had,
Moi?
Mary.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. What are we doing?
Which was, I think, like a fun DIY hack.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about some DIYs and some smart buys to keep us warm. But let's start with yours, and that is the fact that you told me you take a hot water bottle and tuck it into your coat when you go for a walk during the winter.
Yeah.
Which I was like, it's so obviously smart, but it took you and your smart coconut to figure that one out.
Honestly, I even take it a step further, Leanne, and it looks wild. I put a reusable grocery bag, like a tote bag, over my neck, and then I put it in there, and then it just hangs on my belly.
I love that.
It's
One
really
in the front, throw one over the back, and they're super
You're
toasty.
completely warm.
I love that so much.
You'll get some funny looks, but you'll be warm, so who cares?
Who cares about the look?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want the looks, maybe then you want to invest in some smart tech. I found this very thin vest, which you can layer easily underneath your coat. But if you notice, there's some lights on there, Mary, because this is actually a heated vest.
Oh, cool.
It's got heat pads across the back of the neck, along the torso, and even your back to keep you super toasty. There's so many great items out on the market right now that are kind of rechargeable, which I think is smart. And this does have the rechargeable pack that fits in the pocket, which can also charge your phone in an emergency when you're out and about as well.
That's a person you want to know.
Very smart.
They're warm and they can charge your phone.
Right? And going from the torso to the neck, talk about smart tech. This beautiful scarf here that is a little snowy, but looks great and would keep you toasty at first blush. But when I flip this over, this also has the little smart touch button there that has the built-in pad again around the back of the neck. And if you want to go kind of less fashion and more function, this guy from Canadian Tire goes right over your neck and adds radiant heat down your back and up into.
Do you know, it's like that fan. The fan you can wear,
keeps
but it's
you cool, but it's the opposite.
The opposite. Oh,
right?
I like that.
I really, really love this, and again, rechargeable, which I think is super smart.
Leanne, I'm thrilled about this because the number of times I have my heating pad on at home, and then I say, oh, I have to go out and I can't bring my heating pad. Now I can't.
Grab one of those.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay,
Exactly.
let's talk about our hands.
Our
This is
hands.
one that gets, you put a glove on and you think it's going to be fine, and then all of a sudden your fingers feel like they don't exist.
Cold hands, warm heart, but my heart is never happy when my hands are cold. So we need to fix that. So again, smart tech. That I actually picked these up for my son, who's outside a lot during the winter. These again are little rechargeable hand warmers.
Oh, okay.
I love that they have the strap because they can go around your wrist. You can tuck them in your pocket. You can even go one step farther. And again, these have the little button with multi-heat sensors on there to heat the gloves. You take the little battery pack out. This goes right in the washing machine.
Oh, cool.
Now, if you want to kick it old school, the little shaker pads, these are already nice and toasty right? That you tuck into your glove. But the one thing with these is they are one-time use. So a little DIY hack, if you don't want to buy, is to DIY and pick up some. I found these actually at the dollar store. The little cotton bags with the drawstring on the top. All you need to do is go into your kitchen cupboard and find either some dried lentils or rice. Make these little satchels, throw these in the microwave for 20 seconds. I tested, these stay warm for about 30 minutes, and you can just tuck those right into your gloves.
Oh, I like that.
And
reuse them.
Reuse them over and over again.
That's good. We're going to see that at some craft sales
there
for
you
sure
go.
coming up. I like that.
There
That
you
is
go.
a good one.
Smart and simple.
All right, now what about ears, head and ears?
Yes, exactly.
If my ears are cold, I get really mad.
you get a little angry. Well, you know, I'm not a big earmuff fan myself because, you know, like why just do the ears when you could get the whole head situation going? But if you find a hat that has kind of the built-in ear covers, I think is really smart. I just put my hand in this and my hand is super toasty because again, this has some smart hat. Right? Isn't that nice and warm?
That's really warm. We could just walk around like this.
You could almost like put some curlers in there and then put this over and it would set your curlers.
1000%.
Yeah, so you could really have some fun. Now, that's a great buy. DIY, I have to tell you, my mind was blown. The internet often does that for you with a little hack that went viral. I don't know if anyone's seen this, but if anybody has a fur-lined hood, yes, people in the audience have seen this.
I can't wait to see. What are we doing?
Okay. We've been wearing our coats wrong this whole time, right? When you look at it this way, the air blows right into the hood and creates almost like a vacuum of cold air around your neck and your ears. What we're supposed to do is actually fold the fur underneath and create a little barrier like that that stops the wind, and all of a sudden it's nice and snug around your neck and your ears.
Oh, that's smart, as opposed to just being like a funnel for the wind.
So
Smarter, not harder. That's a good
Small
one.
little tip, right?
There you go. Thank you, Internet and
Thank you. Yes.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about our feet, because that can really happen quick.
So, again, rechargeable socks. Yes, that exists. They sure do. Marks has some incredible selections of the hats, the socks, all the things. And again, these ones would be like thigh highs on me because I'm sure, but these give you a lot of great coverage and have the little pouch right at the top that your rechargeable battery pack fits into.
So you can take it off and still wash them?
Wash them, exactly.
No one wants a one-time use sock.
No.
No. Yeah.
Absolutely not. You know what else isn't one-time use is insoles, but they can get a little expensive. If you happen to have some Reflectix material, this stuff, you can pick it up at home improvement stores. This is about 15 bucks for the roll. This makes the perfect DIY insole. All you need to do is take the insole out of your boot, trace it on this material. It cuts like a dream with scissors, and all of a sudden you have a couple of insoles that you can tuck underneath the insoles that are in your built-in boots. This will be a barrier for any of the cold that comes up through the boot, and also reflect the heat from your foot to keep your soles nice and toasty.
Oh,
honestly,
smart.
There's enough here for $15. I can make 10 pairs for everybody in the audience. And everybody watching at home. Yes. All your boots and shoes.
So great. Okay, let's stick still with the world of feet and keeping our feet warm.
I remember as a child waking up and my parents had this, which still exists and my mind is kind of blown. The boot warmer, right? That fits over the vents, right?
And it would fit like 2 pairs of boots.
Right, and some gloves. But I loved the dreamy feeling of slipping my feet into those cozy warm boots.
Forced air warmed boots.
So you can still buy these, but you can also get this if you don't have forced air at home. You can get this little boot warmer, which is radiant heat. This was from Canadian Tire as well. Or even these little fans that fit inside your boots to dry them out, which I think is so smart. And I quickly want to just mention, if you're going out to sporting events and you want to keep the derriere a little warm.
The old tuchus.
Right?
Yeah.
This guy here opens up and it's a seat that has the back, but also is electric heated as well.
Oh, no big deal.
Super smart.
I love that. So keeping your tuchus warm is definitely key.
Super important.
Now, one thing that is also important, maybe not as fun, but we got to talk about it. What about in the car?
Okay, so Canada.ca is a great resource. If you go on there and type in emergency car kit, it will give you a list of everything that you should be carrying in your car during the winter months, which includes everything from a fleece blanket, emergency blankets that you can pick up to have. I like to even travel with an extra set of boots because as a girl, I don't always wear the most practical shoes.
No, preach.
That if something happens and I have to walk somewhere, keep the boots there, hats, gloves, all the things, but make sure that you're prepared.
And you know what? I love you so much. You also have granola bars and snacks.
I sure do.
Always the best, Leanne. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Great job keeping us warm. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Up next, Alexis Hans takes us through one of the hottest technologies in fashion, literally, with her review of heat tech and thermal clothing. That's up next.
For chilly winter days. Oh, we were stuck in the snowstorm, Alexis. This is so exciting. It's all in my hair. Alexis, welcome to the show.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. We have a beautiful, wonderful audience who braved the snow for us today.
Whoa, okay.
No big deal. Okay, Alexis, what are you showing us today?
So we're going to talk about
winter gear, but include like some tech details.
Okay.
So I think like before we just grabbed like a big puffy coat over the years, a big puffer, and that was it. But now there's so many cool fabrications and silhouettes and companies coming out with winter gear. I'm from Alberta, so like outside is nothing to me.
Yeah, she knows what's up. She knows how to deal with the cold.
I feel like I know what to do. I will say that I really believe like winter gear should be like functional first and then stylish. So that's something you should take your time to invest in.
I will say Alexis does practice what she preaches, and this winter basically you've come in and always had like 2 outfits on. You've had your underlayer and you look like a cat burglar, and then your outer layer.
I do love, they're called base layers.
Yeah.
And man, they're addicting. Like if you just wear, they're come so thin, I can wear them underneath my barrel jeans.
Yes.
Not like a tight jean.
No, that'd be wild.
But they keep you warm, especially if you're a commuter or something like that. So let me show you some of my favorite pieces, because I'm in the mall all the time.
Okay,
so I'm
let's do it.
seeing like everything new. One fun piece that's in store right now. This is a little dickie.
It's a,
But it's a puffer. But it's a puffer dickie, they're called. And it's got a hood. This is from Simon's. Caught my eye because it comes in leopard print. I know where your sweater's from.
It's also
see it
Simon's,
there. So what I love about this is some people still want to look pulled together. They don't want to put on a puffer coat. So you can layer this underneath your wool coat.
Yeah.
And it's going to block the wind and everything and give you a little insulation. Because where you lose your heat is the head, right? They always say cover your head and you'll be warm. So that's why I love this. It also comes in black if you don't like leopard, but this is also reversible.
So pretty good. I love this because I always wear a little puffer under my wool coat, but then my arms are really stiff. This gives you like the freedom of arm movement.
This is so fun. It can go under any coat, so it's really versatile, and it's $29.
Love
so that's
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add in a style piece right now. So it's black, it's hard to see, but I can use it on myself. So what else? But it's a little faux fur collar.
Oh, cute.
You know how offices are cold these days? So you could just put it over any shirt, and it becomes like a little collar, which is so nice.
Love that.
And it's just about like keeping yourself warm. Okay. Have to show this one.
Alexis has been obsessed with this for like over a year, and she's very excited to talk about this. Yeah.
So it's kind of a cool camel print, which is actually really in. So this is from Mountain Warehouse. It's actually called a surf coat.
Okay.
Because it's technically like a summer coat that when you come out of the lakes and stuff, and you're in your bathing suit, you want to be warm, so it's oversized. But I have one, and I have a cottage, and I wear it all winter because it's waterproof.
Yeah.
It's long. The inside is shearling. So if you have something that's like near a lake, or you love to do lake stuff in the summer, and you only want to buy one coat, this is a game changer. So Mountain Warehouse, the brand is called Tidal.
Fantastic.
It's on sale for like $100 right now.
Oh,
so
nice. That's so
key.
cute.
Yeah, and then I think we could start probably showing the models, because just everything's fun right now. There's some fun stuff in stores.
Okay, let's get the models out here. First up, we're going to see how it's done on Janice. Come on out. Hey, Janice. Ooh, Janice coming in the snow.
Okay, so I wanted to show you just like a casual outfit without throwing a big puffer on her, because that's easy to do, right? So a cute little toque, having the fur on top is really trendy this season, but it's really about buying the right materials for what you're gonna wear all day to keep you warm.
Cool.
So I guess we'll start from outside in, right? So we got the wool jacket like I'm talking about. Whenever you have a wool jacket, you need some kind of puffer underneath. So right underneath there is the cream Uniqlo puffer heat tech jacket. Now this one has sleeves because the jacket's oversized, and if you turn to the side, it has a hood too, which is amazing. So this is really good. Heat tech by Uniqlo, unbelievable. Just, it has heat retention and it keeps you really warm. Underneath that, the turtleneck, waffle print. It is from Lululemon, and again, it's got thermal properties to it, so it keeps you warm. So instead of grabbing a normal wool turtleneck, Lululemon has some great pieces.
The waffling gives you that little bit more space to heat up that thing that Kelsey was talking about. Your little heat outfit suit you got on. Yeah.
Doer has fleece-lined jeans, which I love, so they keep you warm, and then a nice hiker that has water resistance, and it has good traction on the bottom from Timberland.
Those are great, and I love a fleece-lined jeans. So good, and good Canadian company. Fantastic, Janice. Thanks so much. Great stuff. Okay, we're going to see the next look on Candace. Come on over, Candace. Whoa, this is cute.
This is so cute.
I'm in the brunt of the storm.
Somehow I avoided it. So I really wanted to show you a cool winter coat. This is from the brand UGG, and they know what to do because they make those famous shoes that we all love. Okay. What I like about this one is sometimes a shearling coat can be really hot when it's like a full shearling, but because this is almost color blocked the way you see it here, it does release a lot of air, so it has a lot of breathability. So if you don't want to be, if you're someone who overheats, this might be something for you. I also just love that even the hood has fleece lining to it. It has the toggles to keep the wind out if it gets really windy. It's got a nice high neck around the face as well too. This is from Sporting Life and absolutely love it. She is carrying a bag, but she doesn't need to because the pockets are huge on the jacket.
I was going to say, and also the fact that they've got these pockets and these pockets.
Double pockets.
Whoa, that's class.
So, you know, you don't even need to carry one. Underneath from Lululemon, this is a fleece-lined workout pant.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like a tight legging, so it actually has a little bit of movement, which is nice. And then, of course, I had to show the vesties. These are the Stormburst style. Vesties Canadian company, waterproof. This is a mix between a hiker and a runner. I don't know if you could show. It's got nice grip underneath as well, too.
Nice, Candace.
Slushy days. Slushy days are good for these.
Fantastic, Candace. Such a good job. Thanks so much. That was great.
So cute.
That is cute. Ooh, and the zip up the back. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see our final look on Karen. Come on over. Whoa, this is fun. Karen, you look so cool.
Yes, I feel like, you know, while you're on Instagram and you see everybody on the ski hills looking really cute.
Yeah.
I do love a jumpsuit, especially if you're chasing the kids at the park even, because it's like you can just roll around. You don't have to worry about snow getting up the jacket.
Yes, it's not the like up. Remember when you were a kid and all your snow pants were like overalls, but then when you grew up, they became pants?
Yeah, I just bought an overall.
Why did they do that? Yeah, just do the overalls. Yeah.
So this is from the brand Luxton Woman. It is a Canadian brand as well. So it is down-filled, which is amazing. But what I love about it, it's got tight little elastics at the wrist and at the ankle, so no snow gets in.
Nice.
And it's got a really waterproof zipper, which is cool. The toggles at the waist to give you a little definition. Because even though I dress a lot of people, sometimes they do feel they look like a little bit of a, you know, marshmallow.
Yeah.
And then I just gave her cute little ear muffs, but the shoes really are the winner. So these are from Sorel, which is really amazing. Basically, they do boots, and they do them really well for winter.
Yes, 100%.
This has a little faux fur on the inside, amazing grip and traction. These are from Soft Muck, and actually the laces have like a yellow tint to them because then you can see them better in wintry conditions.
Oh, that's so smart.
So if you're out there on the hill or something, you can do up your laces.
Fantastic, Karen. This is so great. Now, Karen, like if you're doing underneath something like this, let's talk a little bit about, because I know one of your favorite things is like that layer, that base layer.
Can we talk about the heat tech?
Let's talk about heat tech.
So we saw it before, but I wanted to show you how it comes, because you might walk into the store and think, where the hell is it, right?
Yeah.
So they actually just come in these little packages. You can still try them on in the store. But what they do is basically you pick your like temperature. It goes from like warm, warmer, warmest, so depending where you're going. And they look like a regular turtleneck. I've got like the base layer. I've got a crew neck that I wear with jeans. People can't even tell it's heat tech. So if you run cold, I definitely recommend checking out Uniqlo.
Uniqlo does have really great stuff for keeping nice and warm and toasty.
Oh my God, so many.
Yeah.
There's also fun little accessories too. Okay, snoods are back.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
A snood.
It's called a snood? That's a fun word. Okay.
I really love this because the tubes are adorable, but they don't cover your full face. So if you're gonna really be out there, let's say you have the kids, like I said, or you're doing a long walk, this is gonna cover your ears and everything and keep you toasty warm, and it keeps your neck so you can tuck it into the jacket.
Fantastic.
And they come at like fast fashion stores to more expensive ones. You don't have to spend a fortune.
I love that. Now, speaking of headwear and keeping everything all nice and good, Karen, I love these earmuffs on you, but what do you say we switch it up a little bit? All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, this is like you're actually going to the ski hill. Ooh, cute. Karen's ready to go. This is fantastic. Karen, great job. Alexis, fantastic work as per usual.
I love this. I love this too.
I was gonna say, fun fact, studio audience, to help you keep warm out there, thanks to our friends at MEC. You're all going home with their merino wool toque that Karen's wearing. So fantastic, staying warm in this beautiful snowy weather. But we gotta take a break. We'll be right back. Canada's most iconic brand, Tim Hortons, marks their 9th year supporting the Special Olympics community across Canada. From January 30th to February 1st, you can support athletes in your community by purchasing this tasty treat. Special Olympics Canada provides year-round sports programs for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, with more than 40,000 athletes participating in Special Olympics programs in over 365 communities nationwide. Joining me now is 3-time Special Olympics world game champion in rhythmic gymnastics and one of Canada's most accomplished Special Olympic athletes. It's Kimana Marr. How's it going? Good. Thank you so much for being here. And first off, we got to talk about this hardware. You have, okay, tell me about these medals.
So I am a 3-time world champion in rhythmic gymnastics, and I have represented Canada at 3 Special Olympics World Games.
Wow.
Los Angeles in 2015, Abu Dhabi in 2019, and Berlin in 2023.
That is amazing.
total of 17 gold and 2 silver medals from just the World Games alone.
That is amazing. Now, Kimana, we see these beautiful images and videos of you doing your amazing gymnastics routines. How did you get into rhythmic gymnastics?
It was my love of dance and music that drew me into the sport.
Yeah.
It felt amazing to represent Canada at all the 3 World Games.
Yeah.
And
You've done us so proud.
and it felt amazing to be on the podium, you know, being representing Canada and being supported by my friends, family, and sponsors like Tim Hortons.
That is so good. We are so proud of you. That is absolutely amazing. I was telling Kimana backstage I'm really bad at rhythmic gymnastics. I used to make my own ribbon. It was not professional. It was not very good. Now, you're also becoming a leader with the Special Olympics community. So tell us a little bit about how you help your fellow teammates.
So at the Berlin World Games, I actually assistant coached one of my teammates.
Cool.
And that felt amazing, being able to help one of my teammates one-on-one. And when she went out there and competed in her finals, it felt amazing to see it. It felt amazing for me to see that she did so well.
Yeah.
More about my leadership is that I get to advocate my voice on the Special Olympics Ontario and Canadian Athlete Leadership Councils, where I use my voice to advocate from the athlete perspective to help the future of Special Olympics.
That is amazing, Kimana. What a beautiful thing to do. That is so fantastic. Now, how would you say being a part of the Special Olympics and gymnastics, the whole community, has changed your life? Like, how has it helped you?
It has changed my life so much. Before, when I was younger, I was bullied, I was alone, had no friends. But then when I got into Special Olympics, my life changed.
Yeah.
I have a big group of friends now, and making friends is one of the most important things for me, because now I feel included, and it feels amazing. I have a lot of perseverance when things don't go well. Have the confidence to do and try things.
That is amazing, Kimana. Thank you so much. That is so cool. I am in awe. The 3 medals alone, and you're super cool. This is excellent. Honestly, I am so pumped that you are here. And I do just want to let everybody know that in 2025, the Special Olympics donut that you're seeing right here, do you know how much money it raised last year? A lot. $1.3 million. And this year the goal is to raise even more. Honestly, 100% of the proceeds from the donut directly support athletes like Kimana. So get out there this weekend, treat yourself, and buy a Special Olympics donut. Kimana, thank you so much for being here today. That was super fun chatting with you. That's our show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for more of the good stuff.